Hey everyone, this is Gia Opsahl with Xpress magazine, and today we're going to be speaking with Obsidienne Obsurd, a drag queen, performer, and classically trained musician here in San Francisco. We're going to be diving into the topics of gender, identity, makeup, and expression. Obsidienne, thank you so much for speaking with me today. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
I am a professional classical musician. I went to two music schools and I am currently a freelancer in the Bay Area, playing with orchestras and playing chamber music. I actually have a concert this afternoon. Um, so I'm classically trained in that. And drag kind of bled into my life during the pandemic because there was a shutdown that prevented basically any kind of careeral advancement. I couldn't play anymore. I couldn't collaborate with colleagues, and my creativity that I was exploring as a new musician in the scene, it was completely cut off, basically. Right now, my primary jobs are actually performing in drag and performing as a musician, as the world sort of allows for that again.
So tell me a little bit about how you got into the drag scene. How did you start drag, and what kept you going back?
I've always loved performing, and as a musician, that's the primary thing that I do. And I really enjoy interacting with the audience because, like I said, it's sort of like a foil to what I actually do. With classical music, you're not really interacting directly with an audience. People are kind of stuffy and sitting there.
Yeah.
But with drag, you can really get in people's faces. Making eye contact is electric with audiences, and my drag is sort of weird, so it's nice to see people react to the things that I do. So I really enjoy that.
So I checked out some of your makeup looks on your Instagram and they're all so incredible and professional. I'm curious to know if you've always practiced these intricate makeup looks or is this something that you learned along the way in the drag scene?
Thank you so much. I've always been into illustration, and I've always, even before doing drag, which sort of like correlated with so I'm trans. I was raised as a woman, and so I have always used makeup to sort of express myself. And I got really good at, doing the foundation routine and doing a smoky eye, and I had really good eyeliner. And when the pandemic hit, I thought, why don't I also use makeup to, you know, be something completely different? I don't really wear eyelashes, and a lot of queens would read me for that and make fun of them. I use eyeshadow basically as my foundation. I use eyeliner to draw on eyelashes, eyeliner as lipstick, and I use crown white paint to fill in empty spaces. So I have sort of structured a routine that is every use of makeup on my face is different from the original intent. I used to spend hours agonizing over the process, and I don't really plan out my makeup looks. I kind of just let them happen. And it used to be sort of a nerve-wracking process. And I used to have lots of time because when I was just starting out, it was just me and my mirror, basically.
Yeah.
But now it's, oh my gosh, it's like 5:30, the gig's at 7:30, and I have to get a face on. So I've developed a routine that sort of suits the way that I draw lines, do it efficiently, and I kind of work best under pressure. So I kind of will like save my paint until like the very last second, and I'll spend like 2 hours on it, and I kind of just let what happens. And it's sort of like the comparison I would say is like if you're like a visual artist, some people draw in pencil or like they sketch in before they paint. But it feels, I love it. I feel very happy with the things that I do. Some looks I don't like, of course. There are some that don't work out, but getting the opportunity to do it so often has been really a pleasure because I wasn't sure how I would be able to maintain the detail of paint that I do when I started performing live, but so far so good. So I feel really happy and ready to expand my skills, and I'm always looking up to other queens. I was raised as a girl. Being raised as a girl means, I did it really well when I was a girl. Like I had long hair, I wore tons of makeup, and I was really into fashion, and my fashion over the years sort of like evolved towards the weird. Like I would like thrift tiny little neon skirts, and I would wear them all the time. And like, it was a fun way to express myself, and I would sort of agonize over getting ready every day. And when I came out, I continued to do that, but I struggled how to maintain a gender performance that wasn't going to make me feel bad. When I started doing drag, I was actually able to take all the energy that I did, that I had put toward, you know, being a woman back in the day, and that's sort of gone to drag now, because my looks and the detail are sort of like how I used to construct outfits, and now me out of drag can sort of relax, and I can wear like interesting textures and patterns, learn who this person is now after coming out, and I can let my drag persona sort of reflect that hyper colorful, weird, sort of, I would even say maybe a little avant-garde part of me that exists. So yeah, it's very personal. It's sort of like a reallocation of some of the aims that I had, but through a different context of gender and knowing myself better.
Obsidienne, I want to thank you once more for having this conversation with me. For more information, you guys can check out my article in the final issue of Xpress magazine, where I speak to several drag queens in the city about their experience. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for listening.